Hello everyone. First of all, I would like to pay my high respect to judges, other teachers, and I would like to say good evening to all the friends who are here. Today, my group have a topic that we want to share to everyone in here. But before we are going to talk about our topic, please let me introduce about my group. There are 5 members in my group. This is me, Piri, she is Miss Kim Liang, Miss Hu Ching, Miss Danica, and the last one is Miss Bunra. We are studying in Well AD with Teacher Savon. So today we are going to talk about the countryside. In this topic, you will get more knowledge about the countryside. But first, please let me ask you a question. Everyone, do you know what is the countryside? I think you already know about the countryside, but I just want you to make sure about that. And this is the meaning of the countryside. Yeah, the countryside is a land that is not in the town or city. It's a good place that has fresh and beautiful environment. I told you about the meaning of the countryside already, and the next move to advantages of the countryside. This is the advantages of the countryside. The countryside has a lot of advantages, but today I just mentioned 4 points about it. First, talk about relaxing. Countryside is a place that can make you relax and reduce stress. The second, talk about relationship. The countryside is a place easy to make relationship because the people there are so friendly. The third, talk about trip. It's full of green grass and lot of friends, so it is the best place for picnics. The last, talk about hill. The air there is clean, make it easier for us to breathe and does not affect our respiratory health. To make you get more understand about this, I take one example about it. For example, one of our tourist attraction in Kampong is Phnom Sa Mountain. It is one of the most popular places in our province. People like to visit there because it has beautiful scenery that make people very refreshed and can reduce stress. There are green meadows, lots of plants. It is like a paradise. It is the best place for people who like adventure and camping. There are a lot of people like to visit there. So like this, you can meet new people and can make new relationship with each other. The air in there are so fresh that can make us easier to breathe, and it apart can help our respiratory health. I finished about my point, and the next move to another member, Kim Liang.
The first point is talk about the place in the countryside. The place in the countryside is so fresh because it has a lot of natural like tree, plant, waterfield, and green meadow. So what is the beauty of living in the countryside? Life in the countryside put you closer to nature and away from the noisy of the city. Image, waking up in the morning, not to stress, but instead, fresh air is coming soft when you open window and you hear the chirping of birds. A big smile is on your face before you open your eye. Next point, I will go to meeting. You know that the countryside is a place where many people like to live in there. There are some reasons that talk about why that people like to live in the countryside. The first one is fresh air. The second is clean environment, and the third is people in there are friendly. Okay, now let's move to my point. The first one is air. The air in the countryside is so fresh that make people who live in there easy to breathe because it's not the air that polluted by the smoke from the factory. And the second is vegetable and fruit. Vegetable and fruit are grown by the people who live in there. So the vegetable and fruit, they are fresh and free of harmful chemicals. Third, there is not much traffic there. So there are not as many accidents as there in the city. Fourth, Most of people, they are good people who like to share love and get along with others. Most of the time, there is no theft or violence. Okay, now I finish my point and move to Miss Bunra. Why is countryside better than city? Anyone know it? Well, the reason for the most people who live in the countryside is the clean and fresh environment compared to the city. Countryside environment seems like heaven. No noisy car, no dirty factories, and have people cramped all the time. People can truly live in the peacefulness in the countryside. So now I finish my point and I will give the opportunity to my teammate Lika for tell about the countryside more.
What is countryside village? Countryside which is far from any city, and the area is very peaceful with surrounded by greenland. Village area is totally rural area where maximum land is agricultural land. Houses are far from each other. All people who live in countryside are farmers because they work like farming and feed animals like pig, cow, sheep, chicken, or goats. Now I finish my point. Let's move to Kiwi.
My friend explained you already about the countryside, but before I talk about in conclusion, I have a short video to show you. So, in conclusion, the countryside is really the best place for people who like to live with nature, fresh air, clean environment, and tranquility away from the hustle and the bustle of the city. So finally, we would like to say thank you to judges and all their friends today for listening to our presentation. Thank you.